Namaste yogis, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. So we are going to start on Sukhasana or easy pose. So remember you can have your props to sit up tall. Shift your pelvis forward slightly so that you can keep the flesh on the blanket if you have one, or just remove the flesh from underneath so you can find your seat bones. Relax your shoulders back and down. Slightly tuck your chin onto your chest and rest your hands either on your thighs, on your knees. You can bring your hands together and relax them in front of you. Just make sure that this feels right, and then that you allow for your shoulders to externally rotate. Close your eyes and take a few moments checking in with your breath, checking in with your body, using as many props as you need to get comfortable. Relax your face and your jaw. And then begin noticing the parts of the body that are connecting to the ground. Your feet, your legs, your seats. Notice your hips. Pay attention if you feel like you're leaning more towards one side, and try to balance the weight on left and right. Also notice if your shoulders are landing over the hips, or perhaps you're leaning forward or back. Elongate your neck by pressing the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Keep your arms relaxed, your hands relaxed. Your palms can be facing up or down. And then pay attention to your breath. How are you breathing this morning? Does your breath get stuck anywhere along the body? Sometimes it gets stuck at a chest level. Sometimes it goes mid-chest or a little lower, but many of us, especially when we feel tension or stress, we tend to tense our body so the muscle at the bottom of the rib cage doesn't expand fully, so we have a hard time expanding into our bellies and sending breath down into the lower lobes of the lungs. So we really want to pay attention to that. You can rest your hand on your tummy, maybe your right hand on your tummy, maybe your left hand on your heart, if you want to follow your Dirga Pranayama. And notice if your breath goes into your belly, if it moves when you breathe in and out. And after a few moments, after a couple of breaths, if perhaps you notice that your belly is not going along with the breath, start moving it yourself. Even if it doesn't feel that that's natural, and even if it doesn't feel that the breath is going into the tummy, you just visualize it. And then when you exhale, let your belly go in, pushing the air out. And again, breathe in, expand your belly. And breathe out. Let your belly sink in towards the spine. And we'll take a couple more breaths like this. Take one more breath here. And when you are ready, release your hands on your lap, relax your shoulders, observe your breath. Don't control it anymore, just notice. And take one more breath, full deep breath. Tuck your chin onto your chest and blink your eyes open and bring your gaze forward. Extend your right leg out to the right and flex your foot. You may bring your left foot toe against your inner thigh. Now from your hips, you're gonna gently, just gently because we're just warming up, hinge forward and bring your cupcake hands in front of you. So we're gonna be moving forward with our pelvis, bending the knee. When you inhale, bend the knee and tilt your pelvis forward, send your tailbone up towards the sky. And as you exhale, come back to an upright and extend your leg and press it down. And inhale, hinge, lean forward, and exhale, extend. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, hinge, and exhale, extend. So you don't have to reach for your highest extension just yet. Just find something that will feel good on your hip, on your knee. And the next time you go into the bent knee, stay here and breathe. Balance the weight evenly on left and right and feel the engagement of your hip. Your leg is active, your foot is active, and you're hinging gently forward. Take one more breath here, full deep breath. Next time you inhale, extend your leg, flexing that foot, press your toes back, and come back to an upright. Rotate your torso towards the extended leg, cupcake hands by your side. So we're not going too far forward, lengthen through the spine. And the next time you inhale, bend your knee and hinge forward. So you feel maybe, depending on how far you go, maybe you feel that pressure against your thigh. Inhale back to an upright and exhale, hinge forward. And inhale down, and exhale up. And we inhale down so that the belly expands into the thigh. And then we'll do 2 more. And the next, on the second round, the last 2 rounds, you're gonna stay down with your knee bent and breathe. Keep your foot active, keep your leg active, watch for the knee and watch for the hip. Keep your spine elongated and breathe deeply. Use your Dirga Pranayama to help you through the asana. And let us take this asana a little bit deeper, but not with the body, but with the mind. Close your eyes and scan your body from bottom to top. Notice where the weight is, how your foot, your right foot feels as you have it flexed and you have that knee bent. Make sure that your Achilles tendon is happy, that your knee is not pressing. Notice your right quad working, your right hip. Continue to scan the body up. Notice the spine. Notice your shoulders. And then notice your breath. How are you breathing here? And the next time you exhale, gonna extend your legs, press your leg onto the floor, and come back to an upright. Inhale, come back to center, lean back, extend your left leg, and help the other leg forward and shake the tension off. Perfect. We're gonna cross our legs the other way. So it doesn't matter which one you had in front, this is gonna feel a little odd. You're gonna bring the other leg forward, relax your shoulders back and down. We'll take a few moments here. Balance your weight evenly on your hips and start getting comfortable in your Sukhasana. So from Sukhasana, extend your left leg out to the left, and we're not going too wide. Just make sure it feels all right, and press that your inner thigh against your right foot and your right foot against the inner thigh. Both feet are active, cupcake hands in front of you. And as you take your next inhalation, bend the left knee and hinge forward, bringing your pelvis with you. And exhale, come back up, press your leg down. We'll do 4 more. And then we're gonna hold the last one when we get there. Keep your feet active. Don't overdo it. A little bit is better than trying to go too far and then rounding the back. And on the next one, stay down and breathe. Each side has a different sensation. Keep both feet active. Remember, your knee is lifted. You're hinging forward and you're bending the knee. So you're engaging your quad, you're engaging your calf. Watch for the Achilles. Observe your breath. Use your Dirga Pranayama to support your asana. And on your next inhalation, walk your hands, come back to center, and exhale, press your leg down onto the floor once again. Rotate your torso towards the left and bring your hands by your sides. So once more, we take the pelvis along with the spine. Next time you inhale, bend the knee and hinge forward towards the extended leg. And exhale back to an upright. 4 more on your own. Moving at the pace of the breath, filling up your tummy to the best of your ability. When you get onto the last round, stay down and breathe. And down might be an inch or not even, and that's okay. Think about pressing your tailbone back and up, like if you're trying to lift it. Think about rotating your torso but without torquing your spine. Maybe close your eyes and observe. Scan your body from bottom to top. And make any adjustments your body might be asking for. Then turn to your breath. We're going to take one more breath, full deep breath. And when you're ready, mindfully come back to center. Press your leg down and return to your torso to the front. Lean back, bring your right leg forward, left leg forward, shake the tension and move side to side. And we're going again onto Sukhasana or easy pose, other leg in front. So whichever leg you had in front, we're gonna just do the opposite. You're gonna keep switching, hands on your knees, extend your arms, and as you take your next inhalation, tailbone pushes back, send your torso forward, feel the stretch through the hip. And as you exhale, come back to an upright. Keep your body, your spine neutral. So we're not talking, we're just going into an anterior tilt, hinge forward, throw your shoulder blades together, and exhale back to an upright neutral back. All right, 3 more, inhale. And exhale. As you do this once, you wanna make sure that this is not bothering your knee or your hip. It's important because for some of us, Sukhasana can be very challenging. Make sure you use your props. On the last one, stay down and breathe. Bring your hands in front of you. You're gonna watch for the neck, and the next time you inhale, bring your right arm up. Follow the hand with a gaze. Exhale, back down. Other side, inhale, rotate, and exhale down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more. And maybe each time you return to center, your hips and your back allow you to go a little bit forward, but you don't have to. 2 more rounds. Watch for the neck. You don't have to follow the hand with the neck if it doesn't like, your neck doesn't like that. Just keep your arm going and keep your gaze anywhere comfortably. Once you find that place that works for you, stay here and breathe. Keep pressing your tailbone back. You don't have to go too far forward. Your asana can look different, and just make sure that your body agrees with what you are doing. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. And as you take your next inhalation, walk your hands back up, lean back, extend your legs, shake the tension off, and move side to side. And cross your legs when you're ready, Sukhasana, other leg in front. And once more, have your hands on your knees, extend your elbows. And as you take your next inhalation, hinge forward, bend the elbows in towards the body, draw your blades together, send your tailbone up. Back to an upright as you exhale. Inhale, bend your elbows, hinge forward. And exhale back to an upright. 3 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hinge. When you get onto your third round, you're gonna stay down and breathe. Bring your hands to the floor in any position that feels right for you. We're gonna start the rotation on the opposite side. So when you take your next inhalation, rotate towards the left and bring your hand back and exhale back down. Other side, inhale, rotate, and exhale down. You're gonna continue to move at your own pace, watching for the neck. Remember, you can keep your gaze sideways if your neck doesn't want to follow your hand. 3 more rounds on each side, left and right, and maybe you start walking your hands a little forward every time your hand returns to the floor. Now remember, you don't have to. This is only if it feels right. When you finish with the round, stay down and breathe. Don't overdo it. Some of you might go a little further forward. Some of you maybe have gone already too far and come back a little or a lot. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. And mindfully walk your hands towards your body. Come back to an upright, lean back, extend your legs and shake the tension out and move your feet, your legs. We're gonna go back onto our child's pose towards the back of the mat. You can have your blanket under your knees if you like. And find any version of the child's pose that feels right. So some of you might go with on your knees, with them together. Some of you might bring them apart. I do like bringing them apart. It just it's more comfortable. I breathe better. It's depending what works for you. Hinge from the tailbone. Remember, you want to move forward along with your pelvis. And then once you are down, you can allow your upper back to round and rest your forehead maybe on your fist, maybe on your hands, or maybe all the way down onto the floor. You want to find a posture that will work well for your hips and for your knees. Remember to use your props if you need to lift your hips or to pat under your feet as well. Breathe deeply. Take one more breath, full deep breath. And the next time you inhale, be mindful. Bring your hands under the shoulders, and as you exhale, push yourself up. Bring your knees closer together, find your tabletop position. Depending on your rest, you may want to go onto your elbows. If so, you want to hug them, make sure they're right below the shoulders. You can make fists, allow your palms to face one another, and bring your thumbs up to go onto your dolphin pose, or you can rest your palms on the floor. If your wrists are okay and you would like to go onto downward facing dog, the next of the cues are the same for everybody. Push with your arms or your hands towards the floor. Hollow up your armpits and hollow up your chest. Draw your blades apart. Now, when you're ready, draw the navel in, elongating your lumbar spine. Curl the toes under. Once you have your bandas engaged, so you're lifting the pelvic floor muscles and drawing the navel in, gently send your tailbone up, keep pushing the mat away, pick up the knees and push the hips back. Relax your head and breathe. So remember, we don't worry here about what is that's going on with the legs. You want to make sure that your feet are pressing onto the floor through the balls of the feet, some of you through the heels, but don't force it. Make sure your toes are relaxed. Maybe send the weight to the left, to the right, and try to find your center. Push your hands down and forward and keep relaxing your neck. Move your head yes and no. Breathe.
Deep breathing. If this is too much, you can go down onto your tabletop and have an active tabletop. Continue to push the mat away from you. If you are on your dolphin pose, same idea. If you had enough, you can go down onto your knees. We're going to take 3 more breaths otherwise. The next time you inhale, bring your knees down onto the floor. And as you exhale, uncurl the toes, sit back on your heels, knees can be together or apart, and rest your forehead down, whether it's in your hands or on the floor. And then observe how this second child's pose lands on your floor, on your back, on your body. Reconnect with your breath. We're going to take 2 more breaths here, full deep breaths. And when you are ready, release your forehead maybe on the floor, or maybe keep your head up, hands under the shoulders with control. Push yourself up and bring your knees closer together. Watch for your knees. If this is too much, you can come up onto your standing kneeling position, or you can sit back on your heels. Bring your hands together, relax your shoulders back and down. And as you take your next inhalation, use your thighs, keep your shoulders over the hips, and come up onto your kneeling position. And as you exhale, keep your shoulders over the hips. If you have knee problems, you can skip this one. You can stay on your kneeling position instead, and maybe close your eyes as you stay here. You can bring your hands forward, and this is going to be a balancing pose. You're going to still work with your quads and your glutes to stabilize yourself. Otherwise, we continue come up and down, squeezing the buttocks. Now, something that you will notice as we do this is that your body's going to try to move forward and then come up. And then hips back and then come back. But we're going to try to avoid that, and instead think like if you had a cord coming out from the crown of the head and it's pulling you up and then it's letting you go down. Squeeze your bum once you come up and then release again. Don't let your mind wander. And we'll do 2 more. When you are done with your rounds, come back down. Release your hands on your knees or your thighs. Close your eyes and breathe. If you are on your kneeling position, you can release your hands by your sides, close your eyes and breathe. Reconnect with your breath. We'll take 1 more breath here, full deep breath. Bring your hands together at the center of the heart, shoulders back and down. And the next time you inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky. Your gaze maybe follows the hands. If it works for you, you can bring your body onto a gentle back bend, but make sure this feels right on your back. Now, as you exhale, palms face forward, hinge at the hips. Lean forward, hands on the floor, forehead down. Inhale, maybe walk your hands further forward. Come up onto a long tabletop. Press the top of the feet on the floor. Squeeze your bum and lower. Elbows in towards the body. We're going right onto baby cobra. Press the top of the feet on the floor. We take a few moments here, breathe. Adjust your baby cobra. Make sure that your neck is soft. Your gaze can be down on the mat. It can be forward. And reconnect with your prana. Guys, you can adjust your head. You don't have to be looking straight at. Some of you might. Inhale deeply here, maybe the mat a little bit with your hands, lengthen. And as you exhale, push back on your knees, curl the toes under, pick up the hips, and push back onto downward dog again. So check how your body feels on this second downward dog. You can go onto your elbows and find dolphin or active tabletop. Especially if you're dealing with any injury of your wrist, your arm or shoulder, or if you have any problems with high blood pressure or eye pressure, maybe this position downward dog might not be the perfect place for you today. So maybe watch it. We'll take 2 more breaths here, full deep breaths. Excuse me. And the next time you inhale with control, bring your knees down, going on to cobra. So watch for your hands. You can walk your hands forward. Hinge forward, not hinge forward. Move forward from your hips, squeeze your bum, and elbows bend in towards the body, going on to baby cobra once again. The next time you exhale, use your hands and knees, push back onto your mecha pose. So sit back on your heels, forehead down to the floor. And as you inhale, bring your hands under the shoulders. Exhale back to a seated position or kneeling position, hands in namaste. So some of you are already very familiar with this little flow. If you are not, just move with mindfulness. Don't overdo it. You can skip any of the asanas as we move through with our breath. So next time you inhale, reach up. Maybe gentle back bend. Exhale, palms forward, hinge at the hips, hands down, forehead to the floor. From mecha, extend your arms forward. Inhale to cobra, squeeze your bum. As you exhale, push back, downward facing dog, and stretch, breathe. Send your tailbone up. Next time you inhale, knees down to cobra, squeeze your bum, lower. And as you exhale, make a pose, push back, forehead on the floor. Inhale, excuse me, hands under the shoulders, and exhale, push yourself up, coming back onto your kneeling position or on your heels. Hands together, take a few moments and breathe. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. And the next time you inhale, bring your hands up, reach up. Exhale, make a pose, forehead down. Cobra as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Stay here. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. And the next time you inhale, bring your knees down and exhale your right foot between the hands. As you inhale, bring your hands up into Anjasana, shoulders back and down, squeeze your bum. Gaze can be up or forward. Watch for the bottom knee, make sure that your buttocks is engaged. Keep breathing. Front knee is over the heel, right on top of the heel or slightly behind it, but never passing.
Inhale, reach higher. And as you exhale, bring your hands together in Namaste position. Lengthen through the spine here. Inhale. Exhale, rotate your torso towards your right. And stay here. If you want, you can keep your hands in Namaste position. Some of you might bring the right hand on your lower back and your left hand outside your right thigh. Try to push your outer thigh against your hand and hand against your thigh. So you start creating some resistance here. Don't overdo it. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. Next time you inhale, bring your hands together in Namaste position. And as you exhale, rotate your torso towards the left. And you can stay here in Namaste, or if you choose, bring your right hand inside your thigh and your left hand on your lower back. So once more, you want to make sure that you create some resistance here, but without upsetting your hip or your knee. Keep your shoulders down, keep your feet active, and make sure that your hips are okay with this. If this is too much to go into a pelvic rotation, keep your pelvis forward and rotate your torso only. But it's okay if you open up through the hip. It's gonna be a hip opener on your right side as well, but you wanna watch it. I'm gonna take one more breath here, full deep breath. And the next time you inhale, return to center, bring your hands together in Namaste, shoulders back and down as you exhale. Reach up on your next breath and exhale, hands by your front foot, curl the back toes under, pick up the knee and step forward. And as you inhale, squeeze your bum and come up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the center of the heart. We'll take a few moments here and breathe. Find that Tadasana standing, maybe close your eyes. Put equal weight on left and right. Try to send the weight to your heels. Slightly tuck your chin onto your chest. Next time you inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, fall forward. And next time you inhale, big step back with your right foot. Watch for the blanket. Exhale, knee down, uncurl the toes. As you inhale, come up onto Angiasana. Hold and breathe. You can shorten your stance by bringing that front foot forward to closer to you. You can bring it a little further forward. It really depends what your hips and knees are saying. Engage your buttocks, lengthen, shoulders down, breathe. Your gaze can be forward, by the way. You don't have to be looking at your hand or in between the hands. If your shoulders don't like this, go into your goalpost posture or stay in Namaste position. Next time you inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands together, back to Namaste position. You may stay here, or on your next breath, you may rotate your torso towards your left. You can stay here with your hands together in Angelic Mudra, or bring your right hand to the outside of your left leg, and your left hand on your lower back, palm faces away. And once more, we start creating that resistance, pushing that thigh against the hand, and vice versa. Helping with the twist, watching for the knees and the hips. Gaze can go behind you if it feels right for the neck. Breathe. Keep creating that resistance in that front leg. It's going to be a balancing pose for many of us, so please watch it. You can widen your stance if you need to. The next time you inhale, come back to center, shoulders down. And as you exhale, rotate towards your right. And once again, you're gonna use your hands to help work with that front leg. Bring your right hand to the inside of your left leg and your left hand on your back. And breathe. Always watching for the knee and watching for the hip. Because the hip is opening, you can allow your foot to move to the side so that the knee it's aligned with the toes. Some of you won't be rotating, so that won't be needed. So it really depends how much your front hip allows you for that external rotation. And keep engaging that front leg and front arm. Gaze can go towards the right if neck allows, or stay centered. Next time you inhale, bring your hands together in Namaste position and rotate your shoulders as you exhale. We are going backwards, so you can adjust your posture. Inhale, reach your hands up. And as you exhale, hands towards the front foot. Curl the back toes under. Pick up the knee, plant the hands, and step back on downward dog. Walk it out if you like. Push your tailbone up, push your chest towards the thighs. Try to find that arch on your lower back. Watch for your knees, don't let them meet at the center. Keep space between them. Put a little bit of weight on the outer edges of your feet, but still keep the toe mount connected to the ground. The next time you inhale, bring your knees onto the floor, going onto your cobra, so maybe hands forward and lower. And as you exhale, push back onto mecha pose, forehead down. Hands under the shoulders as you inhale. And exhale, push yourself up. Bring your hands back to Namaste position. Take a few moments here and breathe. I'm gonna take one more breath, full deep breath. Next time you inhale, reach up, maybe back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands down, mecha. Inhale to cobra, squeeze your bum. Watch for those shoulders. Downward facing dog as you exhale, stretch. Next time you inhale, bring your knees onto the floor. And as you exhale, uncurl the toes and bring your left foot between the hands. As you take the next inhalation, reach up towards the sky. And once again, adjust your Angiasana. Watch for that front knee, watch for your hips. The next time you exhale, right hand goes down towards the right onto your side bend. Keep your left hand up. If this is too much for your shoulder, bring your left hand onto your lower back. We are not rotating towards the right, so we're trying to keep the chest in line with the short end of the mat. You do not have to touch the floor either, so make sure this feels right for you. Make sure that front knee is not collapsing. Inhale, if your arm was back, reach up, and exhale, come back to a T position, hinge into the other side. Breathe. Once more, you don't have to touch the floor. If the extension feels right with your arm up, you stay here. If it's too intense, hand under your lower back. Keep your chest facing forward. Watch for that front knee. Keep it pointing forward along with your toes. Next time you inhale, reach up, Exhale, bring your hands together back to Namaste position. Inhale, reach the sky, Angiasana. Exhale, hands to the front foot, curl the back toes under, pick up the knee, and step forward. Bend your knees, squeeze your bum. Inhale, come up. And exhale, find your Tadasana. Close your eyes and observe your breath. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath here. Next time you inhale, you may open your eyes if they were closed, reach up. And as you exhale, hands by the heart, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, and fold. Inhale, left foot back, big step back, watch for the blanket. Exhale, knee down, uncurl the toes. Angiasana as you inhale, reach up. Remember to take your time to adjust your asana, your knee and hip. And when you're ready, exhale, side bend towards the left, so bringing your left hand down. You can keep your arm up, keep your chest facing forward, or bring your hand on your lower back. And breathe. We keep in mind that front knee, never let it pass the ankle. Next time you inhale, reach up with your right hand, and exhale, come back to a T position and side bend to the other side. And once more, if the extension on the left side is all right with your arm up, you can stay here. If it's too much, bring your hand once more on your lower back. Keep control of your front knee, keep it pointing forward. And keep sending your chest forward rather than letting your left shoulder collapse. It's a tendency that we all have, so just observe and correct whenever possible. Breathe. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, right hand up, down to Namaste. Readjust your posture if needed. We're going backwards. Inhale, Angiasana. Exhale, hands by your front foot. Pick up the back knee, plant the hands, and step back on your downward dog. Stretch it out. You can walk it out if it feels right for you. And send your chest to the thighs. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. And as you inhale, bring your knees onto the floor, uncurl the toes, walk to the front, squeeze your bum and lower. Balance your weight on left and right and walk your feet away from you. Now when you're ready, bring your hands under the forehead, maybe big toes touching, heels out to the sides. Balance your hips on the floor. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. Feet are parallel, toes point back. Pick up the knees, pressing the top of the feet on the floor, and lift your chest. We'll take a few moments here. And on your next inhalation, bring your arms into Sphinx pose. So you want your elbows right below the shoulders or slightly forward. Make sure that they are in line with your shoulders. Press your palms down, relax your shoulders back and down. Flip your palms up and pay attention if your shoulders like that. You can stay here or move your hands to the outer corners of the mat. When you're ready, bend your knees, flex your feet, and let your feet open. Like let them go wide. Keep your knees at the center, like creating a V shape with your from your knees to your ankles. Feel the stretch through the hip flexors. Feel the engagement of your lower back. Don't overdo it. Tuck your chin onto your chest if it feels right for the neck and move side to side. Come back to center and bring your gaze to the front of the mat, maybe slightly forward, maybe straight ahead, maybe slightly up. And will all depend on your neck. So just find that place for you. Keep your feet active, keep your shoulders active. Your blades are squeezing in and down. With every inhalation, your belly expands and you just massage it against the floor. And every exhalation, let your body sink. One more breath. And when you are ready, bring your feet together, release them down. Flip your palms down, one on top of the other at the center of the mat, elbows out to the sides, forehead down. Breathe. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. And the next time you inhale, feet are parallel. Bring your hands under the shoulders on the inhalation. Squeeze your elbows in. Exhale, push up onto your downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. Send your tailbone up. Keep your knees as bent as you need to so that you can allow your pelvis to move. And with control, walk your hands back towards your feet and watch for your blanket. You can move it out of the way. And find your Tadasana, feet so about fist distance between the big toes, heels slightly wider apart. Bend your knees if needed, put the weight on your heels, and you can maybe interlace your hands behind your legs. Don't let your knees collapse, keep them pointing straight ahead with the toes, and relax your head. Maybe move it yes and no. We're not staying here for too long, so when you are ready, maybe bring your hands in front of you and try to lengthen through the spine, maybe fingertips on the floor. No need to go too high up. Next time you exhale, let your body fall. Keep your knees bent to protect your lower back. Inhale, bring your hands on your thighs, bend your knees a bit more, and come up halfway, engage your glutes. Draw your shoulders down and your elbows in towards your body. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath, and as you take your next inhalation, walk your hands up the legs, and as you exhale, relax your shoulders back and under, and find your Tadasana at the back of the mat. Palms may face forward, weight back towards the heels. We'll take one more breath, full deep breath. The next time you inhale, bring your hands on your hips. Squeeze your buttocks and bend your right knee and open out to the right. Now you're gonna sip through your belly, move it in, your navel in and up. Squeeze your buttocks and bring your right foot so against your ankle. You can keep your toes down for balance. You can bring your foot a little higher. Some of you might bring your foot on the inner thigh, bringing the hands together in Namaste position. So if you bring your foot on the inner thigh, press your foot against your leg and press your leg against your foot. Make sure that you're squeezing your glutes and make sure that you're not against the knee. You're not placing your foot against the knee. Also, do not collapse onto your side. Keep your hips balanced. So find a pose that works for you and breathe deeply. Sometimes we want to go to the deepest in flexibility wise, but usually when we go maximum flexibility, then we do less strengthening. So you can choose. If today you want to stretch, then you go a little deeper into the stretch, bringing the foot higher. If you want to work on the strengthening, then maybe you work your foot down and finding other muscles that usually don't get to engage when you go into this pose. It's not the one is better than the other, they're just different. So when you take your next inhalation, bring your knee forward and exhale, extend your foot forward and down and shake it out and find your Tadasana once again. Squeeze your bum, draw your navel in, engage your buttocks and your hips. Hands together or on your hips first actually to make sure they're not shifting. Bend the left knee and open out to the left. And bring your foot sole on your ankle. Once again, if you would like to go onto your inner thigh and bring your foot in and find your tree pose here, you are welcome to do that. But remember, that will be working mostly on your flexibility. If you want to challenge yourself with your strength, you may choose a different one. Or maybe you do half and half. Whatever works today. Either whichever posture you have chosen, think about pushing that knee out to the side, but keeping your hips parallel to the short end of the mat. Your toes can be touching the floor, don't let them grip. The next time you inhale, bring your knee forward. And as you exhale, extend your foot forward, release your foot down, and shake the tension off. One more balancing pose. So from Tadasana, you can choose to go again onto your tree pose on the right foot. Or you may bring your leg forward, right leg, cross your ankle over the thigh, you press your ankle over the thigh, and bring yourself onto your standing position. Pressing your foot against the leg and your leg against the foot. You can flex your foot or point, make sure that it works well for your knee, whichever you choose. Having fun with the pose yet? Shaking with me maybe, and the next time you inhale, bring your knee up, extend your foot, and exhale down and shake the tension off. Oh my goodness. Next one. All right, so that was hard. Squeeze your bum. You can go onto your tree pose on the left side, or if you choose, you can bring your ankle over the thigh, press your ankle against the leg, leg against the ankle, and bring your hands together. Try to stabilize your pelvis. Your standing knee can be extended, but don't lock it if you're super flexible. So having a micro bend on that standing knee is gonna really help to engage the glute, your thigh. So make sure that you hold onto the place that works for you. Ha, or not. The next time you inhale, bring your knee up, and as you exhale, extend your foot forward and release it down. And walk it out. We're going back down to the floor, you guys. Stay at the back of the mat, find your Tadasana, bring your hands together. Reach up as you inhale, and as you exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, and fall. We'll take a few moments here just to release the back. You can let your upper back round, just as a counter stretch for the back bends we did before the balancing. Maybe move your head yes and no.
And when you are ready and with control, you're gonna walk your hands forward, go down onto your knees, and uncurl the toes, get your props up. You may find your way onto your seated position once again. Sukhasana or easy pose. Cross-legged position. Balance your body. You want to put equal weight on left and right. Relax your shoulders down. Open through the chest, keeping your blades together, but do not send your rib cage forward. Slightly tuck your chin onto your chest. We're gonna ground with a mudra, Bu Mudra. Bring your hands into peace sign. So curl your ring finger and your index in towards the palm. Extend your, what did I say? Yeah, ring and middle finger, curl them in. And then your index and your middle finger, extend them. And you're gonna press pinky and ring finger with your thumbs. Peace sign. Now bring your hands by your sides, roll your shoulders back and down, and place both fingertips on the, like both sides, on the floor. Start adjusting your asana. Remember, you can use more props if you need to. Draw your blades together. Press your body down and begin expanding with your breath. This mudra helps us to reconnect with earth. It just calms the nervous system. You can focus on your fingertips. Through your pranic flow, if you like, you can visualize putting your loving kindness into earth, allowing the energy coming out from the heart center or the Anahata chakra, moving down your arms and to your fingertips. Just allow it to infuse earth, the earth. We're gonna take one more breath, full deep breath. And when you are ready, tuck your chin onto your chest. Release your mudra, bring your hands in Namaste position. Blink your eyes open and bring your gaze forward. We're going onto the floor. You can have your blanket under your head if you like. If you want to have your pillow or your bolster under the close by to place it under the legs, you can do that too. Have your strap handy and find your way onto your back. And once you get onto your back, bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor, tuck your tailbone, and allow your foot soles to move out to the sides, to your knees out to the sides, your foot soles together. Get your strap, and we're gonna place the strap and shoulder width apart. We're gonna hold it. So you wanna have it shoulder width, trying not to get the arms wider if it works for you, of course. And as you take your next inhalation, reach your arms overhead. And we're going to stay here and breathe. Think about sending your rib cage down, but still being able to find the lumbar spine arch. Every time you breathe in and out, you pay attention to the rib cage. When you inhale, notice how it's easier for you to release the rib cage towards the floor. Exhale, think about your navel moving in towards the spine and up towards the rib cage. Don't aim for the floor, it's not a goal. You're going to feel the stretch through your arms, through your armpits. This is also a hip flexor release. We worked our hip flexors quite a bit with those Anjasanas or crescent moons. So just getting ourselves bringing ourselves back into alignment. On your next breath, be mindful, bring your arms up and put your strap aside. Release your hands by your sides. Observe. When you are ready, bring your knees up. If your body is craving for a stretch, you are welcome to go for it. Maybe swing your knees side to side to get a gentle twist through your sides and stretch through the front of your body. Maybe happy baby, or maybe hugging the knees and rocking side to side, maybe all of them. You are welcome to return to your butterfly if you like, or go straight onto your Shavasana. Balance your pelvis, relax your rib cage, realign your neck so you want to elongate it. You can use your hands. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. And once you are ready to find your way onto your Shavasana, just pay attention to your body. If there are any subtle adjustments you still need to make, go for them. Release your feet, your legs, your glutes. Allow your hips and shoulders to be heavy. Release your arms and hands. Soften your fingers. Relax your jaw, your face, your eyes, and breathe. You can stay on your Shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, we'll take 3 more breaths. Send your breath and awareness down to your feet. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Move your feet side to side. Stretch your arms overhead and tense and squeeze every muscle. Tight, tight, tight. Hold, stretch. Prune face. And release. Again, point or flex and squeeze. Tight, tight, tight. Hold, tense, stretch.
And release. Last one, make it count. Squeeze and tense and stretch every muscle. Let all tension go. Bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor, and move onto your favorite side when you are ready. Take a few moments here. You're going to use your top hand to help yourself up on your next exhalation. And once in your seated position, you can use your props again to align your pelvis and your back. And when you are ready, bring your hands together at the center of the heart in Namaste. Relax your shoulders back and down. Relax your jaw and your face. And we're going to take a breath together. Inhale, deeply expand. Exhale. Inhale, Tum. Relax your body, your jaw. Observe your breath and your energy. Inhale, deeply expand. Side out. Again, inhale. Side out. Last one, breathe in. Let all tension out. Tuck your chin onto your chest and blink your eyes open. Bring your gaze forward and rub your hands together and shower yourself with your own good vibes. And remember, shake off tensions and stresses that you don't need. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you.